Hi class, welcome to week 4. At the conclusion of this, you have now completed 25% of the class. I know that may not seem like a lot, but it is a really true accomplishment that you have completed 25% of this course already. You should be proud of it. Each step that you take gets you one step closer to completing this class, and just know that you're a quarter of the way done. This week we are going to be focusing on the Constitution. So there are going to be quite a few quotes that some of you may remember from grade school, but there are even more things that we're going to go over that you may not remember, such as the Articles of the Constitution. We are going to go over each one in your casebook, and it is going to go over specifically what that specific article says and why it's significant. Then there's going to be a section on the constitutional amendments, how the Constitution gets amended, as well as why it's important. And then what I think is most important is this section are specific provisions or clauses in the Constitution that are going to be specifically highlighted. The first is going to be the Commerce Clause. Next is going to be the Necessary and Proper Clause. Then there is going to be the Taxing Power. All of these clauses are extremely important for businesses, which is why they are going to be specifically highlighted in your book. There are going to be provisions in there that are going to reflect back to Chapter 2, the differences between state and federal. And of course, federal trumps state, so state taxes may not impede foreign trade. Then we're going to finalize this chapter by going over the different amendments. Now, these are things that you probably are familiar with, such as the First Amendment, which deals with business and commercial speech, and then the Second Amendment, and the Fourth Amendment is going to be discussed as well. So all of these are going to be discussed at length, and they're going to be put in context of, what you can and cannot do underneath this amendment, as well as how it implies or is related to business, such as the Fourth Amendment limiting searches and seizures. So that's going to be important. The Fifth Amendment is always a favorite of mine, the right against self-incrimination. While it may seem criminal in nature, it does impede businesses quite a bit. Businesses are viewed as individuals in the eyes of the law, so a business can assert the Fifth Amendment, which is a strange thing, but it does happen from time to time. The Taking Clause of the Fifth Amendment, 6th, 7th, and 8th Amendment are also important. And then finally, the 14th Amendment. So no state shall deprive any business of life, liberty, or property without due process. So the 14th Amendment is all about due process, which, as I'm sure that you can reflect back on the weeks previous, we have focused quite a bit on the ability to understand the court system, how it works, how trials work. So as you can imagine, we need to kind of wrap that into the business aspect, and this is where we're doing just that. We're talking about how being able to utilize that is a reflection of making sure that due process happens not only for individuals but also for businesses as well. So that is how this chapter is going to end. So hopefully you are enjoying this class so far. We're a quarter of the way done, so you are on the path to completing. So if you need anything, do not hesitate to reach out. I am just a few keystrokes away at any given time, and I am happy to help out.